Today, I'm going to talk about a couple of different types of marketing that you should never do. They may result in short-term sales boosts, but long-term, they will hurt your reputation and hurt your chances at building a viable career. So pay attention and don't do this crap. Hey there, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if it's your first time here. I'm John Hartness. I'm the founder and publisher of Falstaff Books, as well as the author of some 42 novels, including The Black Knight Chronicles, Quincy Harker Demon Hunter, and Bub the Monster Hunter. And today, I'm going to talk to you about marketing. This is something we cover a lot at Saga, the genre fiction conference that we're producing in March here in Charlotte. There's a link down in the show notes. Daisy, you want to come over here and demonstrate to people? Daisy knows that one of the best ways to build an audience is to be adorable. She's now glaring at me, and if you hear me swear loudly and draw my hand back quickly, it's because she's decided I must be punished for the effrontery of grabbing her without consent. Again, cats teach consent. But also, she's glaring at me because she knows what I'm going to start talking about, and she hates this marketing strategy. I'm seeing it a lot lately, and it's kind of a thing that grew. It's been around for years, but the current surge, I blame TikTok. And it's because some random author posted something on TikTok sitting alone at a book signing. Newsflash, most every author in the world has at some point in their career sat alone at a book signing. I've been to signings where there were lines out the door, but I've been to far more signings where you could count the attendees on one hand, and the number of fingers dropped dramatically if you removed friends and family of the writer from the calculus. But Homeboy posted something to his TikTok about, oh, poor me, nobody came to my book signing. And got a lot of pity. Got a lot of clicks, sold a bunch of books. Congratulations, dude. I hope you have managed to turn this lame-ass marketing effort into a good career. Obviously, what I'm talking about is pity marketing. And there's been a big uptick in this, and some of this is generated pity. Some of it's faked marketing to produce pity. And some of it's real pity. You'll see somebody show a screenshot of their Amazon dashboard that says no sales so far this month. Well, you know, if you take that image at 12:01 on the first of the month, you could be just about anybody and not have any sales yet this month. Maybe it's a snapshot of them sitting behind a table at a bookstore and nobody's in line. Good God, if you've never done that, it's like a one-star review. It's a rite of passage to have a crappy book signing that nobody shows up to. We used to do a bunch of signings around here with 5 or 6 people just so we could count on getting 10 or 12 people in the audience, because a lot of us were just starting out in our careers, and we knew we were only going to have 2 or 3 people show up for us. But if there's 5 of you and 2 or 3 people show up, then you got 15 people, and that's not a bad afternoon. But this pity marketing, and again, sometimes it is manufactured pity marketing, is no way to build a long-term career. It's garbage. Because what do you want? You want people to know you as that sad sack from YouTube that nobody buys their books? No. You want to celebrate your successes. You want to celebrate your victories or even your mediocrities. And sure, I'm not saying don't share your failures. But what you put out into the world on social media. If you want to share your rejection notices, that's fine. If you want to share, hey, I did this event, it didn't go as well as I'd hoped. I've got some overstock. Toss a coin to your witcher. Buy my stuff. That's not bad. But if everything you post is, oh, poor me, this book has no reviews, poor me, I think I'm going to quit writing because I can't make a living at it, poor me, I know that 9 out of 10 published authors can't make a living off their work either, but I can't, so pity me, poor me. Come on, Eeyore, snap out of it. People don't buy books from Eeyore. Anyway, your social media presence is not you. Surprise. We cultivate a social media persona. It's why so many authors have multiple Facebook presences, why we have multiple accounts on most social media platforms, because we have the stuff that our real world friends and family see, and then we have the stuff that our fans and the people we're trying to sell books to see. I'm kind of the same obnoxious jerk on all of those things, so you can follow me on all of my public faces and you won't really get anything different than you get from my personal page. I think I swear a little less on my professional facing pages. It's hard to swear more than I do on my other social media. Anyway, my point being that if you think that the way to build a following is through pity, let me flip that question around. Do you want to buy a book from someone who is incapable of selling any books? The answer is probably no, right? If nobody else is going to buy this dude's books, why should I? Oh, yeah. Good point. So, yeah, pity marketing, it might get you a boost. But when I started my first real job, I was 22, fresh out of college, and I sat down, and it was a sales job. I was selling theatrical lighting equipment. And my boss told me, you're not working for today's sale. You don't want to sell somebody a light bulb today. You want to sell someone a light bulb today, and you want to sell them a light bulb every time they need a light bulb for the rest of their life. I don't want to sell you one book. Right now, I want to sell you 42 books so you can catch up and have read everything I've published. You can skip Genesis. It was like my second book. It's not very good. It's hard to find intentionally. Anyway, I want you to buy one book today and then buy everything I write for the rest of my career. So I focus on writing the best book I possibly can. Do I have bad months? Oh yeah. Do I have bad years? Oh yeah. There are months where the meds aren't working as well. There are months when I stop taking them and they work really poorly then. There are years where the economy is soft. We're sitting in one of them. Our convention sales revenue for 2025 is down 20% off 2024. But our overall gross revenue is only down about 5% because when I'm selling someone a book at a convention, the goal isn't to sell one book. The goal is to get them hooked by selling them one book, and then they buy everything we publish. So then they go home from that convention and they order stuff throughout the year. That's the goal. If you've just got one book, then it's a little tougher. I have a little bit of an unfair advantage with having over 300 titles in the publishing house and 40 plus of my own. But if all you're marketing on is, woe is me, I'm a sad donkey, oh bother. Actually, no, that's poo. Oh dear. That's Eeyore. Sorry, I'm old. It's been a minute. But if all your marketing is, oh dear, everything's terrible, why am I buying the second book? Yeah, I might kick in $5, $10, $20 to help you out because it seems like an interesting premise and I feel bad for you. But I ain't buying no $100 limited edition hardcovers off your pity. I ain't buying even your $30 special edition hardcovers. I'm certainly not buying a flippin' stack of 5 limited edition hardcovers because I feel bad for you. What you're trying to do is to create true fans. A guy named Kevin Kelly came up with an essay about this long time ago. I mean, in the 2000s, but for some of you, that was a really long time. For me, it was like 15 minutes. And the idea is that if you get 1,000 true fans, the evangelical fans, the ones that buy books they've already read so they have the nice shelf editions, you get 1,000 of those, you can make a living. He's right. I probably have a couple thousand really dedicated fans, and they feed my family because they buy all my stuff and they tell their friends about my stuff. Because word of mouth is still, has always been, remains, and will be forever the best way to sell books. You know how to get word of mouth? Not by posting an image of you sitting alone at a bookstore, being sad. I'm a sad panda. No, the way to get good word of mouth is to write great books. Then you tell a friend, and they tell a friend, and they tell another friend, and then you have a career. You don't build a career out of pity. And you know what else you don't build a career out of? Another flavor of marketing that has been around for a while and is not a sustainable career model, but my goodness, I keep seeing people trying it. Outrage marketing. Go woke, go broke. Outrage marketing from the right or the left, and yes, I'm well aware that I used my left hand to indicate right and my right hand to indicate left. That was not intentional, but from the right or the left, dumb. What the liberal media doesn't want you to read. Yeah, you'll get some clicks. Yeah, you'll sell some copies of one book. You're not going to build real fans that way. This is the book that the Republicans think will turn you gay. I mean, actually, that's not bad. But that's not a way to build that's not a way to build fans either. None of this outrage marketing. I can't believe they censored me on this. I can't believe that the liberal right-wing media won't cover my brilliance. They won't cover your brilliance because they never friggin' heard of you, you moron. They won't cover your brilliance because they ain't that brilliant. Pandering to either the left or the right is going to eliminate a chunk of readers. I'm not saying don't be political. I'm obviously very political in my social media, in my books, in what we publish. We work very hard to be as diverse as possible. Yes, I know I'm a middle-aged straight white man. All I can do is try. I can't change my own personal circumstances. All I can do is hire as many people as I can that are not exactly like me. We try to be diverse. We try to be inclusive. We try to be understanding. That said, fuck Nazis. Don't want their money. Go away. Just fuck Nazis. So, if you are building all your marketing around being outraged by something, then maybe you'll sell a fair number of one book. You might even sell a fair number of one series. You cannot sustain a long-term career on outrage. And if you catch me at a convention and would like for me to go into detail on people I have watched try to build a long-term career on outrage, I'll happily go into some examples for you of these people who have tried and failed to build their entire careers off outrage. It's dumb. The point of marketing is to make people like you. Not make people pity you, not make people pissed off for you. It boils down to a sales tenet that I taught my sales staff for 2 decades. People buy stuff from people they like. Doesn't mean you have to agree with them on every issue. But if you're likable and moderately personable and you create a good product, you will find success. That's how it works, kids. I mean, Ray Feist didn't become a massive bestseller because of his political leanings. He became a massive bestseller because he wrote really good books. Michael Sullivan didn't sell a whole pile of these really pretty Rairia Chronicles hardcovers because of his political leanings. I have no idea what Michael's political leanings are. Have never spoken to the man about that, or actually have never spoken to the man. Love the books. Create a great product. Tell people about the product. Talk about what separates your product from everything else out there, or talk about what makes your product similar to something they might love. But, oh, I can't sell any books. Feel bad for me and buy a book. Or, oh my God, the establishment won't let me sell any books. You should help me fight the power and buy my books. Neither of those are ways to build a career. Roadhouse rules. Be nice. Until it's time not to be nice. How will you know when not to be nice? Ask me. I'll tell you when it's time not to be nice. So if you are trying to build a long-term career in writing and in publishing, don't gear your marketing towards either pity or outrage. I'm not saying don't share your failures. Baby writers need to see some failures from published writers. I have a book that I plan to be shopping to agents in 2026. I expect to be sharing a lot of failures in that process because I doubt that I'll get an agent with the first email I send. Actually, I know I won't, because the first email I send is to a friend of mine who's an agent that's not accepting clients, and she's going to take a look at it and maybe refer the book to somebody else. But I'm not going to be out here saying, oh, this book won't sell. You should buy my other stuff so my cats can eat. You should buy my books so my cats can eat. But not because you feel bad for me. You want to feed my cats because they're adorable. adorable marketing is very acceptable. But I plan to show my failures and the difficulties that I have in finding an agent, to show people that I have 42 published books. I have supported my family off my book sales for a decade, and it's hard for me too. But I'm going to keep at it. And if I go through, I don't know, 20, 40, 50 agents and nobody picks it up for representation, I'll publish the thing myself. I have those resources, but I'm looking to get an agent to add a leg to my career stool, and I will be sharing my failures along the way. But that's not going to be pity marketing. That's going to be me talking about my experiences. I frequently take stands on political issues. I've taken plenty of them on all of my socials for quite a while, and I've taken plenty of stands in my books. But I'm never saying, if you're a left-leaning ally and you think that the world is going to hell in a handbasket, you should buy my books to show the conservative mobs what you think. No. You should buy my books because they're good. My politics has nothing to do with whether or not you should buy my books. My waistline does, because I would like it not to shrink, so I would like to sell more books. So, avoid pity marketing, avoid outrage marketing, focus on quality marketing. Go where your readers are, go where fewer writers are. That's called a blue ocean strategy. It's a go where the competition isn't. No, other writers are not your competition until they are. And focus on marketing your books your way and play up the reasons people should buy them that relate to the book. All right? If you want to learn more about marketing your book and creating your book, you can join us at Saga, the genre fiction writers conference that we at Falstaff Books produce in March. There's a link down below in the description. And if you want to get your name listed on the screen in every video, just like this, you can, after you subscribe and like, and leave a comment about your favorite or least favorite marketing strategy. You can become a member of this channel and you'll get my videos a day or two early. So click that button to subscribe, ring that bell to get notified, push that little star thingy in a circle to become a member, click the link to buy some Saga tickets, click another link to buy some books, click another link to, I don't know what the other link would be for. Till then, bye.